What's good, Laker Nation? The Lakers may have fallen to the Golden State Warriors in the opening game of the NBA season, but the good news is the Lakers report is dominating Warriors today here at Chat Sports, as we have a little bit of a competition going on within the office in terms of subscribers, and we are about 20 people away from reaching a massive milestone here on the channel. I think we can do it with this video, so if you want entertaining and informative Lakers coverage right here on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. Let's get to 40K. Welcome into the Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. Coming up on today's show, we're getting into the latest Lakers news and rumors, specifically taking a look at their loss to the Golden State Warriors in the first game of the NBA season. A lot of good coming out of it, and don't panic just yet because the Lakers were shorthanded in last night's game, and LeBron James was looking like his MVP self. So too was Anthony Davis, who was balling out like a top 3 player in the NBA. LeBron and AD combining for 34 and 33 points respectively, both of them combining for double-doubles. They look like their dominant selves. And regardless of what transpires throughout this season, as long as the King and AD are looking like they did against the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers are going to be in that conversation among some of the best teams in the NBA, competing for an NBA championship. I like what I saw from Avery Bradley, as well as Carmelo Anthony. Russell Westbrook definitely has to get better. Malik Monk didn't look comfortable. Maybe that has to do with his soft tissue injuries that he's been dealing with. But here are some of my takeaways from that L against Golden State. LeBron looked great. It's incredible to see how good he looks, considering he was drafted all the way back in 2003, and arguably he's still the best player in the NBA. Anthony Davis, like LeBron James, was a dominant force. Both of those guys were superb. Russell Westbrook, a vintage Russell Westbrook game that the haters will point to and say, this is what Russ always does. He was certainly on the struggle bus. We'll dive into that performance later on. Really like what I saw from Avery Bradley. Came into the game late off the bench cold, hit a couple of big shots, was playing very good defense. I think his role could be important for Los Angeles this entire season. And if Laker Nation is out there panicking about this loss, don't panic just yet, because this team is loaded with a lot of talent. They're going to be okay, in my opinion. As for what Frank Vogel did with the starting 5 for Los Angeles last night, these were the starters: Russell Westbrook, Kent Bazemore, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and DeAndre Jordan. I'm not sure if Jordan is going to start every game for LA. I'm not sure if Kent Bazemore is consistently going to be in the starting 5. Wayne Ellington was out, so maybe he bumps into that starting 5. Trevor Ariza is another option, so too is Malik Monk. I think Frank Vogel is going to test around with that starting 5 throughout the season. Another reason why you have to say, hey, it's early, it's all good. As for what LeBron James did last night, he looked spry, he looked quick, he had a lot of burst, he had a complete performance and a complete game. I think LeBron can contend for an MVP trophy, and given that he's going to turn 37 years old in December, that is crazy. I was like 11 years old when this dude came into the league. I'm going to turn 30 in January. LeBron James still in his prime. 34 points last night, 13 of 23 from the floor, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. So I thought LeBron looked like an MVP level player. Laker Nation, what do you think? Your opportunity to get involved with the show. If you're new to us here at Chat Sports, we're a very interactive YouTube channel. We love hearing from you. So did LeBron look like an MVP last night? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Get those votes in the comment section right now. Let's pivot now to Anthony Davis, because as I mentioned, if LeBron and AD are playing like 2 of the top 5 players in the league, they're going to be able to contend for the Larry O.B. If both of them weren't hobbled against the Suns last year in the first round of the playoffs, do they make a deep run in the playoffs? I think they do make a deep run into the postseason. AD, 33 points, 15 of 26, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. We did not see him play the 5 as much as maybe I thought he was going to, but man, as a front court player, a guy who can put the ball on the floor, shoot from the outside, and really create as a big man, he is a potent weapon. The Lakers definitely need elite AD to compete for a championship this year, and really, they just need him to stay healthy. As long as Anthony Davis, who throughout his entire career has had to deal with a lot of injury issues, as long as he can stay healthy, this team is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And last night, an early indication that AD is back. He's feeling good, put in some work in the offseason. That's good news for this organization. My next question for you, and I do want to challenge you with it, fill in the blank for me. Anthony Davis is a top blank player. Some people, like myself at times, do knock him for being injury prone, but there's no question. When this guy is available, upright, and healthy, he's a top 3 to 5 player in the NBA. Let me know what you think. Lakers Report is powered to you thanks to our sportsbook partner, BetUS. This deal and this promo code applies for anybody across the entire United States. If you go to chatsports.com/Lakers, enter the promo code Lakers125, you get a 125% deposit bonus. So you put $100 into your account. What that means is if you use that link in that promo code, you get an additional $125 back. You can bet on the NFL, bet on the NBA, get those bets in. Be a man, be bold, lay that bread down. Chatsports.com/Lakers, promo code Lakers125. Let's get to Russell Westbrook now. First of all, look, I kind of enjoy fashion, and I like how Russell Westbrook is bold with his fashion. I got to knock him for this outfit, though. Russell Westbrook showed up to the Staples Center looking like Ronald McDonald. What is that? I really don't know. And I think that outfit choice from Russell Westbrook, and his stylist probably made it for him, then led to him having a clunker of a debut in the purple and gold. There's no other way to say this. Russell Westbrook was very, very bad against the Golden State Warriors last night. 8 points, 4 of 13 shooting from the deck, 0 of 4 from three-point range. He was a game low minus 23. We do have to give the Lakers time, but this was my main concern with Russell Westbrook. This is what you can't dispute. It's one of those things and those conversations where both things can be true. Russell Westbrook is an elite athlete. Russell Westbrook is breathtaking. Russell Westbrook's a great player. He's going to be a future Hall of Famer. But at the same time, Russell Westbrook has some clunkers. He turns in some performances that make you want to rip your hair out. He turns in some performances and does some things on the floor that are completely maddening. Russell Westbrook, in the guts of the game, when he has to come through clutch, is not always the most clutch player and makes some decisions that are completely baffling. And he has a lot of games like this. Now, Russell Westbrook has always been the second fiddle, the secondary or third option as the superstar alongside guys like James Harden, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant. That's why I think that Westbrook on the Lakers can work. But if the Lakers are consistently getting these types of performances from Russell Westbrook, it's not going to be good because they need consistent production from him, and they cannot really survive with Russ playing like he did last night when he's turning the basketball over, playing a reckless style of basketball, not really creating for his teammates, and just chucking up shots early in the shot clock that are not conducive plays to a winning formula. And this is really nothing new from Russell Westbrook. While he has those triple-double performances that are great, he has some of these games which are just very, very frustrating. So Laker Nation, be honest with me. There are so many Russell Westbrook truthers out there who will never admit that Russ has a lot of these types of performances. Grade that Russ debut in the purple and gold A, B, C, D, or F. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're about 20 people away from 40,000 subscribers, as I mentioned off the top. If you want coverage that isn't Big J coverage, subscribe to the channel. We have fun here, but also we hit you with all of the great Lakers analysis that you need on the internet. Couple more notes from me. Carmelo Anthony is in great shape. He deserves a lot of credit for that. He's been working with that famed NBA trainer out of New York City. His last name's Buckley. The first name is escaping me right now. But Carmelo Anthony deserves a lot of credit for slimming down. The dude looks really, really good. I think it's Christian Buckley, by the way. But Carmelo looks awesome. Coming in off the bench, he shot 40% from distance last year. I think he could be a pretty solid role player with Los Angeles this upcoming season. Malik Monk, on the other hand, I alluded to this earlier, didn't really look good. Didn't look comfortable coming off the bench with the Lakers last night. This is another guy who last year exceeded a lot of expectations, had a career year shooting the ball from distance, but last night really didn't give the Lakers all that much. Was not impressed with what I saw from Malik Monk. I think he can be much better for this team, and I have confidence he will be over time, but last night in his debut, yeah, he didn't do much for me. Nice minutes from Avery Bradley, who was signed by Los Angeles a couple days ago. Another reason why you have to subscribe to the channel. As soon as the news was made official that he was claimed off waivers by Los Angeles, we hit you with the video, but came in, hit a really good three, as he was ice cold coming in off the bench, was face guarding Steph Curry, hit another big bucket. I like what I saw from Avery Bradley, and I think his defensive prowess can really help this team. That's all the news and notes that I have from the Lakers' opening night loss against the Golden State Warriors. We always appreciate you for tuning in to the show. And again, make sure you hit that subscribe button.